Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show. I'm John Gray here with Coach John Olive this morning, and this is the morning after homecoming. Tullahoma was host to Lincoln County last night, and we didn't win our homecoming game, Coach.
No, we didn't, and we continue our struggles as we can't seem to get out of this nightmarish season.
Well, we're down to our fourth quarterback now.
Yeah, David's played well. He
Did he get hurt last night? I know he came out.
He's a beat up, banged up young man.
Yeah.
And we've been playing Emmanuel Williams for the last 2 weeks in JV games, trying to get him ready as a backup. And Eli Grove goes to see his doctor this Tuesday, and he's expecting to be released. And so
maybe after the break.
I don't know. We'll just see where we are and how things are. But anyway, David's, I think he rushed it 21 times last night, which is probably a little higher than we would like for it to be, and got under duress there several times. So
got hit pretty good.
So he got hit really well. He took some shots. He's a big young man, and he's not want to go to the ground very easily. No. So he takes some shots because of that. And we're not consistent enough all the way across the board. And I thought we did some things better last night than we had been doing. I thought, even though we gave up 42 points, I thought defensively we actually did some things better. Gave up 2 big plays, really, I don't know, I guess 3. The screen was there that we gave up as well that turned out to be a big play. So we're still getting killed by the big play. The big play is what really hurts us.
They had a couple of big running backs too.
Well, the Gene kid's 240 to 250 pounds. Now the Hill kid, he's probably in the 185, 190 range.
He runs bigger than that, though.
Well, he's the one that, he was our golden stud coming up through the ranks. Middle school, he played for Brad Gene down there at one of the middle schools, and then at NGA, we couldn't tackle him at NGA as they kicked us rather well that year, and he got hurt last year in the preseason, so he missed his entire junior year. But
he runs hard.
Lincoln County is a good football team. They're probably the most physical team that we've played this year. And their front 4 on defense and their front 5 on offense, really with the tight end, front 6. They're very, very physical. The running backs run physical.
Run hard.
And then you've got 3 or 4 wide receivers for them that they're not outstanding wide receivers, big splash guys. But boy, they're good high school football receivers, and they catch the football. And Smith is shifty as can be once he gets his hands on the ball. So there were some things we made some progress in offensively. We could pick up a first down or 2. We just can't consistently drive it down the field until they put their junior varsity in, and we take it down the field and score. And we're playing a lot of junior varsity kids at that point in time.
Right. Okay, folks, what we'll do right now is take a quick commercial break, and we will be back with the first quarter of the homecoming game, Tullahoma versus Lincoln County. You know what? I don't know.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Are you a shoeinista with no place local to find your style? Well, now you don't have to travel any further than Bryn's Shoe Boutique, located at the Downtown Avenues, 115 Northwest Atlantic Street, Tullahoma. From funky to formal, you can find the fit and style that will make you smile at Bryn's. Owner Brenda Kemp offers brands like Jessica Simpson, Mia, Nine West, Bandolero, and more. Want that accessory splash that none of your friends have? Bryn's offers a selection of one-of-a-kind handbags and jewelry with just the right bling. So if your shoe selection just doesn't stack up, find what you've been looking for at a price you can afford. That's Bryn's Shoe Boutique, now located at the Downtown Avenues, 115 Northwest Atlantic Street, Tullahoma.
Are you ready to look better, feel better, and lose weight? Hi, I'm Joe McCamey, and when I was 90 pounds overweight, I needed a simple solution. That's why I started the Lose to Win weight loss competition.
My name is Sue Richardson, and I have lost 36.6 pounds.
And I've actually lost a total of 104 pounds.
It's getting on the scale and watching the numbers go down.
The Lose to Win competition can help you too. Take control of your weight in 2015. I'm here to help. Visit our website or call today.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham from the News Channel 5 Weather Center. Look to Jim Fuller and crew for local news night here on Channel 6.
Our captains last night, number 81, John York, a first-year senior player and played his freshman year, but hasn't played since. And he said he came out with two other buddies, and he's the one that stayed, and not sure it was his idea, but he has hung in there with us, and so rewarded him last night with letting him be a captain here, and he's one of our student body leaders. Number 40, Dylan Pearson. Number 76, Will Thomas, and number 8, Eli Groh. And as we said earlier, Eli, his physical therapist yesterday was really positive with him, he said, and so he thinks that he's going to be totally released come Tuesday by his doctor, and so we'll find out.
Will Thomas has been a good kid for you, hasn't he?
You know, he's coming off shoulder surgery and so forth, and he's been a real pleasant surprise, and he's one of the elite skeet shooters for
really?
our state, yes. He shoots with two different teams, I think. I think he shoots with a Shelbyville bunch and a Giles County bunch, and or at least shoots with one and practices with both or something like that. But Will's outstanding skeet shooter and participated in the national championships this past summer.
Well, good for him.
We open up right here. We're going to run a little option pass and hit Ahmad Taylor there for a good pickup. And Ahmad's been playing offensive tackle for us, you know, as we tried to solidify the offensive line, and we decided to start a sophomore at offensive tackle, Bryce Coffey. And so anyway, it allowed us to go back to having what we thought was going to be a plus for us in the preseason. We thought Ahmad would give us an advantage at tight end, that he would block better than average, and he's got really good hands. Come back and run a little counter here to David as we open up the game with two straight passes and complete both of them, and got a third down and short right here. And this is where you
Rubber meets the road.
Yeah, you know, you got to make these conversions when it's third and short. And we're trying to hit a little out route here and not going to be able to make the completion, and so brings up fourth down, and Alejandro Romo punts it for us. And you know, we flipped the field, which is what you want to do, and so we got them pinned at the 12-yard line, and defense needs to go out now and hold them, make it punt them back to us, and win the field position game. They open up running a sweep there with August Hill, and he picks up enough for a first down, I think. So they're already digging themselves out of the hole. But
yeah, they didn't throw the ball very much at all last night.
18 times is what they were. 12 out of 18 is what the stats said last night.
They didn't do that
a lot of their
until later
passes are the little screens to their wide receivers.
Right.
And as you watch it, the lineman and the running back are running a running play, and it's just the quarterback checking to the wide receiver screen after the snap. He sees where we're aligned, and so anyway, a lot of people do that nowadays. That's one right there. They've got a running play called, but they're running the screen, quick screen there, and James Burrell was in good position. We just couldn't tackle him back there for a loss. We had him behind the line of scrimmage. They come back, and this is the Gene kid, the 245-pounder, and you know, he's thumping us pretty good right there. He is a load. So they are driving the ball. They started at their own 12. They're down to our 30-yard line or so. Here it is again. You saw the lineman and the running back doing a running play, and he stands up and flips it out there to Smith. And Smith, good enough athlete to make some yardage, even though we actually hit him behind the line of scrimmage. This is Smith running their version of the Wildcat. And they get a holding call, so it backs it up. And then they're on a jump right there, so it backs it up again. So we got them in a 2nd and 15. Got a good chance here to try to get off the field. Got to hold them here and not let them get the 15 back, and come back and throw a quick pass over here. And, you know, again, senior quarterback that's played a lot of ball games, or I said senior, he may be a junior, but he's played quite a bit. I believe he's a senior. And Eason. And both times, all they're doing is looking at the coverage, and we're cheated to the trip side of the field, to the multi-receiver side, and they're coming back and throwing to the one-on-one side. And we had them in a 4th and 2, and we don't line up properly, and so they just
untouched
wash us down, and he bounces it wide. You'll see them run the same play here later on in the game for a 2-yard touchdown, and he cuts it right up the middle. So, you know, they're just running to daylight, and in that situation, because we miss a line, we've got nobody playing on the outside of that tight end, and so it was very easy for them to score on that 4th and 2 play. And again, that's where, you know, you sit there and you think, if we could have won that battle right there,
right?
You know, that's what you have to do to be able to win football games. 4th and 2, you got to be able to win those. And you know, we've had several short yardage situations that we not only don't win them, but we give up big touchdowns.
Right.
And that's just the killer.
Well, everybody's looking for that dive up the middle.
Well, and you'll see it later. That's where he goes, is right up the middle. It's Hill that runs it on the one later. But, you know, it's backfield football, run to daylight.
Right.
And you run to the soft spot. And the soft spot on that one was on the outside because there was no overhang there. Pick up the first down there. So we've got one first down. We need to try to get the second one now. David pulls it down, and he's going to pick up roughly 5 yards. And so we've got a 2nd and 5. come back and try to hit Matthew Meadows here, and
got to come out of that break looking. No overhang.
Outside linebacker, whatever you want to call it.
That's the first time Coach, you're coining phrases.
Well, that's a Coy Sis phrase, and Coach Sis likes to call them overhangs. And so we try to run a screen there, and freak thing. The tackle ends up on the ground, and instead of scrambling forward, he just stands up, and about the time he stands up, we're throwing the ball to Mullins, and he says, "Oh," and he just reaches out and grabs him.
Look what I found.
And so, you just look at it and you think, golly day. Here they're trying to run the sweep, and Dakota Perel there comes up, can't make the tackle, but he runs out of real estate and loses a yard. And they're running a tunnel screen there, and good job by Jason Woe, falling back in there from his defensive tackle position. And we've got them in a 3rd down and a long 5. We need to win this battle. We're going to.
Yes, sir.
James Perel makes him go really deep, and Jay Coop on the tackle, and we're going to force them to punt. Unfortunately, it's the only time we force them to punt. But we do force them to punt. And it gives you hope.
And makes a good catch on the punt.
Emmanuel Williams drops back there, and I tell you, their kicking game's outstanding. And when you got kickers and punters, it allows you to do a lot of stuff. Good catch there by Matthew. We pick up 9, but it was pass interference call because the guy hit him in the back there before. So we got some more yardage and a 1st down, and it's one of those that when we watch the video with David, he's going to see that if he'd have just come on off and went to his receiver on the sideline,
that was great.
We would have picked up 5 or 6.
On 88's part, that guy cut in front of him and picked him, and he came all the way back across the field, and he's the one that made the tackle.
Yeah, he's
on the sideline.
They're chasing him and
wide open. How do you get that wide open?
When you got part of your secondary playing man-to-man and the other part of linebackers and secondary playing zone,
that'll do it.
That'll do it every time if they happen to be throwing the ball deep on that play. And what they were doing was faking the screen and running a guy deep who but our corner was playing man-to-man, and our 2 linebackers were playing zone. And what you call a lack of communication. And we struggle there with the kickoff, and they grab a face mask, so we at least get it out to the 25-yard line, which is a whole lot better than starting at your 10. And we find ourselves down 14-0, and
David's getting pounded.
Good run there. And pretty good surge by the lineman. Come back, and a great catch by Matthew Meadows. And we're able to pick up a 1st down. Come back, and we hit Jay Coop there, and moving the ball, pick up another 5 or 6 yards, giving ourselves a chance here. And here, we got a young wide receiver in the game, and that good old number where you got to be inside the numbers when the ball is set. And we weren't, so it comes back after having our best offensive play of the night. It was a great cut by Austin Mullins there. So the 1st quarter comes to an end. We're down 14-0.
But moving the ball.
We've moved it a little bit. We just can't you take Lincoln County's first drive, they drove it 88 yards, and I don't know how many plays, but they didn't have any huge plays in it, which normally you have to have a huge play. You very seldom are able to put 12, 14 plays together, or 10. And so they did what good teams do. That's the reason they're 3-1 or 4-1. I guess that makes them 4-1 now. So from that standpoint, they're doing the things that they need to do.
Right.
We gave up another cheap touchdown on the second one where we don't communicate on our coverages properly, and it's not always the person's fault that's yelling out the coverage. Sometimes, for whatever be the reason, we act like we got earplugs and we don't hear. I'm telling you, you just never know. We had some definite tendencies down on Spring Hill last week, and one of the things I ask our players is nobody yelling out what's coming, because it's obvious. They got in certain sets, this is what's happening.
Right.
And we get one player saying, I yelled out every time. I said, well, how many of you heard him? 2 of his teammates raised their hand and said they heard. I can't tell you why I can't hear a guy yelling out, but it's because of lack of experience and not disciplining myself to listen for the help. And
you have to learn to listen.
There's a lot of things that go into helping you that can help you with your deficiencies if you're willing to be disciplined enough to try to utilize that stuff.
Right.
And I would like for there to be more than one person recognizing those formations, and this is what they do. You look for little wins and so forth. And one of the things I told the defensive coaches during the ball game is congratulations, you made Lincoln County use a few plays that we hadn't seen on tape, which meant that we were stopping some of the stuff that we had prepared for, which that's the goal, is to stop what you know is coming, and then you just got to be able to play against the other stuff that they go to.
Right. So that's where we are. We're down 14-0 at the end of the first quarter, and we'll take a short break and be back with the second quarter.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do,
Everyday Miracles, Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle, Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac is worth the short drive for savings that can't be beat. Take home this 2015 Chevy Equinox, 0 down, just $299 a month. Or how about this 2015 Chevy Silverado Double Cab, 0 down, just $369 a month. And as always, we will match or beat any dealer's price. So come check us out or visit us online at stanmcnabb.com. But please don't forget, when it comes to the best deals, if anyone can, Stan can.
Whether it's a home loan, a business loan, a personal loan, a loan for any good reason, Citizens Tri-County Bank is here to help you with the loans you need. With caring, friendly, lending pros at convenient offices across Tullahoma, we love our community and we take pride in helping people get the loans they need. Citizens Tri-County Bank, focused on making loans for the individuals and businesses of our community.
As football is a tradition in our community, so is Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We were here then, we are here now, serving our community for over 45 years. Continue the winning combination, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration for the win. Call 455-8757, the name you can trust.
Hi, I'm Cindy.
And I'm Jacob. I'm the Rooster.
And I'm the Red Mate. And we would like to welcome you to
Roosterwear.
Yes, Roosterwear is a cottage industry producing accessories for men, women, children, babies, and pets. All items are hand cut and sewn locally. Roosterwear specializes in bow ties, pocket squares, scarves, cufflinks, neckties, and aprons of all sizes for all ages. Baby products include onesies, diaper covers, bibs, and burp pads. All bow ties, tie it yourself or pre-tied, come with an adjustable neckband. All products can be made with the material of your choice, as special orders are available upon request. Don't be standing back looking at fashion. Create your own with Roosterwear.
Come visit us at
roosterandredmaiden.com
to find our handcrafted designs for
the cock of the walk.
Well, we open up with the football here, and we're in a trip set. It's a big third down, and we're going to try to hit a Mod Taylor, and just, you know, we don't give ourselves a very good chance right there. Good scoop right there by Alejandro's. That was a low snap, and they fumble the football and bounces right back up into his hands.
They did that every time they fumble the football.
Yeah. Except one.
Except one.
And so anyway, we've got them backed up, you know, inside the 30, and just need to play defense. And hold them to second and short. So, or second, that was a short yardage, so second and about 7. They run a waggle right here, and Dakota Perrell starting his first ball game.
Right where he needed to be.
They're battling for it. And, you know, a little old bitty guy that not scared to come up and hit anybody, though, so he gets a chance to play. He and his older brother James both playing on that side. They come back and they get a curl route in there. It fumbles. He fumbles the ball. James hits him and he fumbles it and bounces right back into his chest.
And we're needing a turnover bad. Lee.
Just trying to slow them down a little bit here, and we're actually a little confused right here, but Savion Smith right where he needs to be, and we're finally figuring out that this is not, that was a set that we had not seen and we hadn't practiced against it or anything.
That's a good play.
I know a lot of it seems like it ought to be easy to make adjustments and stuff, but for this football team, we're having trouble. And that play, running what they did, how they did it, the blocking scheme we had seen, and we're not very good right there. We're just, we missed the dive at the line of scrimmage, and to be honest with you, it looked like nobody else in the secondary wanted to touch the big boy that time. And they missed the PATs, so you know, we got basically 10 minutes to play in the second quarter, and we're down 20-0, and you're sitting there thinking we got to have something happen good here for us, and their kicker puts it
out of the end zone,
you know, behind that line, and so we're going to start at the 20. So we come out and we go to a little bit different formation, and we run Mr. Corn there, and able to pick up a yard, and that was it. We're going to come back and try a pass right here, and not very well protected, and we end up taking a sack. So this series right here is not going very well for us at all. And what we had tried to do there, and that had looked pretty good in practice, that series had, and, as far as that formation and Bryson Corn doing the running, and we had two real physical practices on Tuesday and Wednesday. But there's
punt.
A very great punt and good coverage. That's a good job by the punt team there. And we clocked one of our own that got hit in the back and pushed into one of us. And anyway, we ended up losing one to a concussion there. It's self-inflicted.
Yeah. Friendly fire.
Friendly fire. It seems to be a common thing for us.
That's some hard running right there.
Hard running, and number 20, if you're watching this replay later on, he played that as well as he could. The play's designed to run off tackle, outside the guard's tail there, and Jeremy Dameron took the guard out so well, but the running back, being a senior running back, he just bent it right back inside a little more, found a crease, and he's a downhill runner. Here they come back trying to throw a waggle screen, and I am proud that Quincy Whitworth, right where he had been taught, we told them all week long, don't go chase the quarterback from the backside in, that if they have what we call the A-back, if he's coming at you, just stay with him. And he's right there with him, and I was super proud to see him do that. Jay Coop, right where he's supposed to be, and good coverage. We got him in a 3rd and 15. You would think we're going to win this, but we're not. Right on the sticks. I mean, that's just good execution.
Strength, were they stronger than us?
Oh yes, they're the most physical football team we played this year.
They look like they're thicker.
Well, they're big. They got 2 or 3 real big ones, and but they're
look at that hard running. That's just hard running.
They're a very strong football team. If they probably had a little bit more speed, they could probably play with the elite ones on the 5A level. And as it is, they're going to play with the elite part of their region.
Right.
And they and Shelbyville will play a big ball game this coming Friday. I believe it's this coming Friday.
That should be interesting.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, they're in a region that there's 5 pretty good football teams in that region. Only 4 of them can make it to the playoffs. So they're going to be in some pressure-packed games here. They go with that tight set again, and they're running what's called a mesh route, and just good execution. And as soon as I saw it, that had Sam Melton's signature all over it. And we do a good job there. We just don't make the tackle. We do hold him to a 2-yard gain, but we had a chance to hit him right there in the backfield, and we can't
wrap him up.
Can't wrap him up. Reached and get nothing but a foot, and then I'm telling you, that's just a good play by them. The quarterback sees the stunt coming off the edge, and instead of handing the ball off, he flips it outside, and the running back, he doesn't try to run the bubble screen or anything. He just stands up and catches the ball.
Right.
And, good execution there by the quarterback and the wide receiver, and that touchdown right there was one I was telling you about. They ran the same play that the big man bounced to the outside, and it went right up the gut there, and they block everybody all the way across the line of scrimmage, and end up letting the running back just run the daylight. And they've got some linemen that can create space so that there is some daylight.
Right.
You know, everybody says, well, why don't we do that? Well, that works if you got linemen that can create space, right. And they're a junior senior laden team. We knew that their abilities, we go back to NGA 4 years ago, and when we couldn't tackle August Hill, and then the very next year NGA is really good again and beats us like a drum. These two classes right here we knew would give Lincoln County High School a chance to be back up there amongst some of the better teams again. And we're going to take time out here. We're just trying to burn clock, take as many seconds off the clock as we possibly can take it. And so this time we will punt it. And we get a low snap again, and
he still gets it out of there.
Alejandro does a great job, and Dylan McElhaney there on the coverage along with some other teammates. And now we just don't want to give up a big play. They don't have very much time here. And they try to hit a swing pass there to August Hill, and I think they get off one more play after this one. Good coverage there and good pass rush. Dalton Baker and Jeremy Damlin on the sack, and they're going to take a timeout, and then they're going to run one more play right here. August Hill's going to run a little counter play coming back this way, or draw play. I guess Dakota pins him in there, and they get a first down, but he was still in bounds, so the clock winds and brings us to the half. And you know, we're not underneath the mercy rule yet, so that's an accomplishment. That's 2 weeks in a row we've made it without being in the mercy rule after going
you find
3 out of the first
rewards,
4. So you do. You try to look for some positive things, and you know, we know we're not a very good football team at this point in time. Don't know whether, you know, we're going to keep working. I told them last night, you just got to keep grinding.
That's it.
And even when your mind says, is this worth it? When others are saying, why do you do that? Doesn't make any difference. You just got to keep grinding, because you got to learn to do that at some point in your life, or you'll be somebody that gives up all the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, life gets tough sometimes, and right now
and football gets tough.
It's tough for us in the game of football, and hopefully that'll prepare some people on down the road. It's no fun. It's no fun for an old coach to be in this situation.
Or an old fan.
I'm thankful that we hadn't had to experience this very much, and you know, our freshmen are 4-0 right now. If we don't get them too beat up on Friday nights, because I don't know how many of them played last night, but I'd say we got close to 10 of them playing last night or more. One of them started, Dylan Knight started at linebacker, played the vast majority of the game. Bryson Corn's on a lot of things. Matthew Ross is playing a lot.
So everybody that's beating us on Friday night, our freshmen are beating them on Monday night.
Yeah, you know, Spring Hill, who was really, they think their freshman class may be their best class yet. Our freshmen thumped them pretty good last Monday night. Now, they dropped some passes that would have been touchdowns against us, but we also got inside their 10 3 times and did not score. So we ended up beating them 26-0, I think. And
So there's
JV battled. They battled, and we tied 14-14 with the JV, and so you know we will be better in the future. I just hope that we get better over the next 4 weeks, and that we're not waiting to going till next year.
Right.
You know, I want these seniors to work hard and see if we can't find a way to win a football game.
What seniors are left?
Well, yeah, if they don't get concussed and broken and everything else. So we'll keep battling.
That's right. And what we'll do right now is take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the halftime show.
Trucks, and more trucks. Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester is your home for both new and pre-owned trucks. We have a huge selection of over 200 trucks to choose from. Check us out on the web at russellbarnett.com and view our great selection. We are your truck headquarters, and we want to be your one-stop shop. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester, your truck headquarters. Trucks, and more trucks. Why buy anywhere else?
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, family practice dentistry for 29 years.
If you're looking for fuel, food, or fun, don't forget the Dameron Brothers stores. The Shortstop has fuel, food, and beverages. The Liquor Locker carries all of your favorite brands of wines and spirits. It has party supplies, beverages, and the area's best selection of premium cigars. So for all your party needs, Jeff and Jay say, come on by, and thank you for the support of our businesses.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
The Wash Spot on North Jackson Street in Tullahoma is your new state-of-the-art, high-tech express tunnel car wash that gets your car clean quickly and beautifully. We have 4 washes available, from the $6 express wash to the $12 Supreme Clean, featuring DuraShield Total Car Protectant. Just pick your wash and let the express tunnel wash leave the dirt behind. And Wash Spot has installed a new high-pressure rinse system that greatly improves your car wash quality. It gives you 40 jet nozzles producing 650 pounds per square inch. Mud, dirt, and burnt poop, beware. After the wash, you can help yourself to one of the free vacuums. And on Tuesdays and Fridays, Wash Spot has added a mini detail service. It includes the Supreme Clean. They vacuum your vehicle, clean all windows inside and out, clean dash and instrument panel, shampoo 2 front floor mats, clean all door jambs, hand towel the entire vehicle, and dress the wheels and tires. All for only $25. Come by 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to get the best wash in town at a great price. We're located at 2180 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma. The Wash Spot, locally owned and operated.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas, the comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
We're back, and it's the second half. We're starting the third quarter.
We try to kick it deep and get a little deeper than we have been, but Chase didn't hit it as well as he can, and they still end up with the ball back out at the 47-yard line. So
they're lacking one.
They are. They're in their special set here.
Their special 10-man set.
Yes, and try to run the Gene kid up in there, and you got one Gene kid that's playing at center that his dad's one was the guy who helped on our field, and then I assume that's a nephew or something right there, but he's
a
big guy.
There's a lot of work to get him on the ground.
Yeah, we missed him early. Both linebackers missed him, and then we tackle him way too high, and we take a ride. As Coach Dyer said, he would be asking a defender, did you pay for that ride? Did you buy your ticket? Because we took about a 10-yard ride with him. And, Lincoln County wants to put a knockout blow in here.
There it is.
There's the screen, and our linemen don't play it well. Our linebacker tries to come in behind instead of cross-facing. Our secondary people, I don't think really wanted much of number 40. And so some of them, that'll be the last that they play in this ball game. as we're going to find young men that will at least
hit
and
somebody.
Try, make an attempt.
So it's 35-0.
And now the mercy rule does start. So the second half will be a lot quicker as the clock will not stop except on scores and penalties. And we're getting bounced around pretty good right there.
I was trying to explain the mercy rule to Fran last night. And the clock we kept playing, and she said, well, there's no mercy in this. What's the mercy in it? I said, honey, the time goes by faster, that's all. Maybe somebody won't get hurt.
Yeah. The mercy rule is basically because we coaches decided that everybody's out there competing, and therefore they're supposed to stop us or whatnot, and you had people getting beat 70-0 or whatnot, instead of utilizing it to let my younger kids get in and get repetition. And I played for Ted Wilson at Maryville High, and that was one of the things that I learned from Coach Wilson. We were an old wishbone team in that day and time, and every ball game we played 8 or 9 running backs. And his philosophy was anytime you got up by 3 scores, you start playing your younger kids, and that's the reason you can graduate 25 and you've got 25 more the next year ready to play.
Right.
And that was just one of those things that I picked up from my high school coach, and had been my philosophy until the game got a little bit more wide open. And now when we have a good football team, it's 3 touchdowns. We get up by 3 touchdowns instead of 3 scores. 3 touchdowns, and then we were going to start playing others. And
well, yeah, it's just the game today. I mean, there's more big play scoring than there was back when I played. I mean, it was 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Right.
I might have passed the ball 4 times in a ball game.
Right.
And that was a big number.
That's correct.
So, but now you've got these quick strike offenses, and you can be ahead 3 touchdowns and lose.
That's correct. Dylan Pearson recovered the fumble there, and so we get the ball back, and good job executing right there. I mean, it doesn't look like it's much of a play or anything, but it picks up 5 yards, 6 yards, and that's the way our offense is supposed to work. You read the inside dive, you run the ball if you're able to run it. If you're not able to run it, because here's that word again, that overhang comes and takes you, then you throw the ball to a receiver that he had to come off of.
Right.
And, and David keeps it here and gets the first down. But we lose Austin Mullins right there. I don't know whether we'll have him available or not. Come back, and I thought D-Mac right there, or Dylan McElhaney, was going to pick up some really good yardage. He got 4. We come back and try to hit Jay Coop, and we're high with the throw there. There we are, coming inside the number and then coming back outside the number. So when you see that movement by a near boundary receiver, that's what's going on. And not able to do anything after picking up the first down, though, so we'll punt it back down there to them. Not going to give them a short field if we can help it. And
good job.
We've got them pinned back down 88 yards away from their goal.
So everybody has to be inside the numbers when the ball's set.
When the referee blows the ball into play, everybody's got to be inside the numbers.
Then you can go outside.
And if you remember back when you and I played, you had that old hidden receiver over on the sideline.
Right.
Well, that takes that play out of the game.
Can't do that anymore.
No, can't
have that fake substitution.
You can, but you got to wait until after the ball is set. And then if you did, you had it drawn up some way where you're subbing out and somebody stays, etc., then it would be a legal play. August Hill finally breaks one there against us. and they just gashed us there in the middle, and safety tries to make the tackle and misses him, and then, as usual, if we're chasing somebody, we're not catching them.
Right.
As he outruns us all the way to the end zone there. So we're down 42-0. Got one more quarter to play, and the JV people will do a pretty good job at moving the football the next. I think we'll go one more series here and then put the junior varsity in there.
All right, well, what we want to do right now is we want to thank Rick Gerwe and all the folks over there at his place, Mid-South Distributing, for our water, our Aqua Hydrate. If you need to hydrate, get Aqua Hydrate. It's electrolyte infused. Really, really, really good water. And we appreciate the Gerwe family and all they do for us and for the city. Take you some water with you where you go and enjoy all of their other products. They have all kinds of products over there. So that's Mid-South Distributing. We thank you, and we also want to thank the Donut Palace. Me, oh my, oh, those donuts were good, oh. That's right. If you need a donut, you need something for your sweet tooth, go to the Donut Palace right across from the high school. They have everything from, I didn't realize, Coach, that they have biscuits with ham and cheese, and I got Fran over there the other day, a blueberry and cream cheese deal, and they just have all kinds of good stuff over there. So you go by over there and see them. They're good people. We appreciate them very much. We're going to be back right after these messages with the fourth quarter.
Since 1917, Builder Supply has been the place to go for all your building materials. It's where the contractors have shopped for years. Builder Supply stocks quality Benjamin Moore paint, Temco shingles, case knives, DeWalt, Stanley, and Makita tools, Peachtree's Southern Rose and Sun windows, Trader's grills, Quickset locks, General Shale brick, Yellow wood, and Pass Load nail guns and nails. Experienced salespeople are there to help you find the right products for your job. So when you're ready to build, whether large or small, think Builder Supply. 301 South Atlantic Street in Tullahoma.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
Unlike all the rest, Southern Community Bank will provide you with a different banking experience because you are our first priority. Our services are intuitive, our team is friendly, our approach is refreshing, our support to the community is unwavering, and our service is clearly unique. We offer accounts that make banking simple and hassle-free with all the conveniences you want and need most. Call Southern Community Bank and experience the bank that is unlike all the rest.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
We open this one up and we blow a blocking there. We look like the Tennessee Titans trying to protect Mariota last Sunday.
Right.
As we didn't touch that defensive end, so he looks like a hero getting the sack there and come back. And they close on David rapidly there as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. And everybody's getting their play call. And run the screen, and we actually have it blocked pretty well. We just can't execute there, and that's tough. That's a tough situation to be a quarterback, and everybody's coming on you, and you can't throw it too hard. If you use more than your wrist, you normally can't, get it complete.
That pass in there.
And it's like throwing darts, and very few of our kids throw darts anymore. But that's what you have to simulate. And boy, they start off right here just ripping us big time. These first two plays, they've got some younger kids in the backfield with some of their better linemen are still out there on the field on this drive, and they are just absolutely busting us and pushing us back off the line there. And Carson Templeton there on the tackle, along with Levi Langham, two freshmen. But we will get better right here, and we play it better. A host of Wildcats there on the tackle, as they actually bleed on down and put their younger linemen in now. And so it's a little bit more equal now, as we've got young kids in there and they've got young kids in there. With those first two plays, I'm getting there going, wow, I don't know if we can slow them down. Jason Spry comes in there and makes that tackle. And, we've several young men, we've got to decide what to do with them that are underclassmen. And Jason's a little undersized, and he's played that defensive tackle position for us all year long. As we tried to utilize his quickness, and when we first moved him there, didn't know whether he'd have the toughness to do it, but he did. And yet we know in the long run, that's probably not the position for him. He's probably, a defensive end or a linebacker type young man, and so we got he and several others that we've started playing them at different positions on Monday night versus where they're playing on Friday night, and I'm sure that's a little confusing to them, but we're really trying to figure out some things over the last half of this season, kind of prepping in for next season.
Right.
We're a tad deep there at running back. We need to be a little tighter. And Sam Brock makes the catch there. Freshman wide receiver. Nathan Ledford in there playing. First year player as a senior, but works really, really hard. D-Mac on the carry there. Good north-south run. Picks up the first down. And I was going to say, I was thinking this is where we get offsides. Now we're going to give it right back to them. So you don't see two plays back-to-back here with no snap. They'll back it up. And so we're right back to where we were. Couldn't take advantage of gaining 5 yards. And Emmanuel does a great job running the football there. Emmanuel Williams.
Tough.
Wide receivers downfield trying to make blocks, and we get a touchdown there with about 2 minutes to go in the game. Right. Matthew Meadows holding because of all the injury situations. And Chase Fowler working with about his third or fourth holder, puts it through, and this time he kicks it deeper on the kickoff. Put it over where we wanted it. Now, you saw 88 miss him right there. Guess who makes the tackle? 88. That's hustle, and I like that. And if Ahmad would learn to hustle every play, and I shouldn't really use the word hustle, if he'd learn to play with intensity every play, he would have a chance to, help mom and dad pay for a college education. He just has to learn that, and that's hard because they think that they're doing it already.
Yes.
And then they'll come back 2 years from now, and they'll watch themselves, if they make it to the college level, and they'll watch themselves and they'll go, wow, I wasn't very good back then.
I was lazy, wasn't I?
Yeah, and but that's what you have to do to make it to the next level, and that's what you have to do to be a good football team. Is you have to have people that go hard every play, and I'll tell you, we had our best 2 days of in-season practice this past week. Last Tuesday and Wednesday were the best 2 football days that we had during the season of 2 back-to-back practices. They were physical days, and if we'll practice like that again this week, and we practice like that again the next week, we'll start getting where we've got a chance on Friday nights.
That's good.
But we've got to do that. We can't go backwards.
And this coming week, we're going to Page.
We go to Page, and Page is going to battle Marshall County for top position in this region. They haven't played each other yet, but those are the 2 best teams in the region. They've got an outstanding quarterback. He's about 6'4" and about 215. Can throw the ball. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a year in our region for everybody to have quarterbacks. And they've got a tailback that everybody we've talked to that's played them says he is special, that he's the difference maker for them. They've got a wide receiver. We played them in 7-on-7 this summer up at Ravenwood. They had a wide receiver that we couldn't tag, because that's all you do in 7-on-7s, one-hand tag. They threw it to him twice, and we couldn't tag him. And so we know we got our hands full, but you know what? It's homecoming for them, so they got to handle some things going on during the week. And everybody knows that I'm a big fan of homecoming. I don't know many football coaches. In fact, I can't think of a football coach that enjoy homecoming.
Where are they located? Are they in Franklin or right outside of Franklin? Or?
They're in Williamson County, right off 840.
Okay.
And I wish I could tell you which exit it is. The last time we went to Page was 1996. And on that day, we went up to Eagleville, turned on Cox Road, and then turned left on a little old bitty country road going up over the railroad tracks.
Right.
And I remember thinking, I'm not sure this bus will cross these tracks without getting stuck on it. And we took that road out through there several miles, and then we made a right-hand turn and came out on a highway that took us to the Page. We're not going that way. No. We're going to go up and hit 840, and you get off right before you get to 65, but I don't know which exactly one of those exits it is.
No, I know that.
I think it's the exit before 65, and you turn left there, and you go a couple of miles, and the school's there on that highway. So that's the way you go to it, and we appreciate everybody that still travel with us. And I know a lot of them are band supporters. Our band's working today to go to competition, and we're just gonna keep working. We know we face another major hurdle right here that we seem to have drawn a year in which we're not very good, and we've drawn a year of playing some pretty good football teams.
A lot of them teams that they have the best teams they've had in years.
Right, and Page got beat last night by BGA, so that was a financial aid school that's been pretty good the last year or two, playing against Page there, and I think it was 29-28 or 28-27. It was Page is a good football team, but again, that would have been a pretty good sized rival for them. That's a Williamson County school. Private versus public, and it's homecoming. So that's the reason we don't play these games on computers.
There you go.
We sit there and we don't go find out if we can find a way to make some things happen.
Suit up, throw the ball out there in the middle of the green grass and go for it.
That's right.
That's right. So what we're going to do right now, folks, is we're going to ask you to come join us at Page this next Friday night. And then right now we're going to show you a little interview with the homecoming queen and court that we took last night. And then we're going to say goodbye. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the seats at Page next Friday night.
Hi, my name is Jessica McChesney. I'm here interviewing the sophomore attendant, Lauren Courtney. So Lauren, what was your favorite part of this week?
My favorite part of the week was Thursday because it was really upbeat and we had fan frenzy and that was really fun.
I know your sister was on the court last year for basketball homecoming. How has she helped you throughout this week?
Well, I was really nervous about the dance we put together, but she really helped me through it.
Thank you, Lauren. This is our junior attendant here. Her name is Macy Brown. And what was your favorite part of the week this week?
I loved really getting to know like the other girls and just like forming a friendship with them.
What? That's awesome. How was riding around on the track and getting to see all your friends tonight?
That was really fun. Like, I almost cried, but it might just be like the wind getting in my eyes. I'm not sure.
That could be it. Thank you, Macy. This is Emily Coker, our freshman attendant. How much fun did you have this week?
It was a lot of fun. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Good. What was your favorite part of this week?
My favorite part of this week would probably have to be tonight.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about tonight?
I guess just riding around on the track.
That's awesome. Thank you. This is our senior attendant, Krista Patterson. What was your favorite part of the week this week?
My favorite part was definitely finishing the dance and not falling during the flips.
So how was seeing all your friends tonight and getting to wave to them from the cars?
It was so awesome, but every time I raised my hand, I thought I was going to fall over.
Thank you, Krista. Hi, I'm here interviewing the senior queen, the queen of it all, Abby Painter. What was your favorite part of this week, Abby?
My favorite part was probably riding through on the cars and having everyone just cheer when I came by. It made me feel better than I've ever felt my entire life.
How excited are you to run through the T?
I am so excited to run through the T.
Thank you, Abby.